But what makes this show so special is we are live. Jem and I try and be as perfect as possible. Bear in mind, we are live.
But we can always tell we're live. It's fine, we don't need to tell them.
Yeah, you can tell we're live. But what that means is we can bring you great deals when they come up like this. This one has been reduced by £670 off the brochure price. I've booked my next cruise with Celebrity in January. We're looking at 5-star modern luxury. Here's our great friend Keith from the show to tell you more. He gets on all the ships, doesn't he?
With exceptional levels of service and a crew-to-guest ratio of 1 to 2, and well-designed and easy-to-navigate ships, and a decor that's both sophisticated and contemporary, this is a cruise line who offer a very real sense of modern luxury. Celebrity Cruises have always pushed the boat out when it comes to dining, not just in the sheer choice, but also the quality of the food that they offer. Experience savour menus pairing classic and contemporary selections from casual alfresco dining through to the stunning main dining room. And of course, there's an appetising range of quirky, excellent specialty restaurants. Matching a bar to your mood is what Celebrity does best. And there's a great range of beverage and wine packages offering great value. You can top up a tan while enjoying a margarita by the pool, or use your Sea Pass card and help yourself to another great glass of vino in Cellar Masters. You can soak up the sounds of the big band in the Passport Bar, or try one of the 64 craft beers available on board. My favourite, though, has to be here at the Molecular Bar, where tasting the work of the liquid chef will engage all your senses. Life on board Celebrity Cruises is an opportunity for you to enjoy your holiday just as you want it. From relaxing by the pool with a good book to a whole host of exhilarating and unique experiences, the choice really is yours. Cooking competitions, mixology classes, dance and language classes, informative lectures, and behind-the-scenes access to the inner workings of a modern-day cruise ship. When the sun sets, Celebrity ships come alive with a dazzling selection of bars, lounges, nightclubs and casinos. You can relax with a cocktail, meet new friends, take to the dance floor or hit the casino tables. But keep an eye out for the interactive theme parties. You may even find dancers in exquisite costumes suddenly appear to entertain you. There's West End style theatre shows, dance, comedy, magic, music and an extraordinary front row seat waiting just for you. On a Celebrity cruise, luxury comes as standard. There are 6 different varieties to choose from and over 85% have a private balcony. The design is smart, fresh and contemporary, and all offer a great range of sumptuous amenities such as fluffy bathrobes, deluxe toiletries, Egyptian cotton bed linen and 24-hour complimentary room service. From comfortable inside staterooms to these gorgeous suites which feature floor-to-ceiling windows, panoramic balconies and your very own private butler. Trust me, once you've unpacked, you won't ever want to leave.
I was just saying to Jem, I've just booked my next Celebrity
I
cruise.
know, we're just chatting about it.
5-star, modern luxury, amazing service, food and standards. And, you know, this is your chance of having that experience tonight, but the price has come down by £670. And now it's a lovely itinerary because it starts off with a flight from the UK over to the romantic Rome.
Bella Roma, yes, so a little flight, and it never takes long to get there, which is gorgeous.
It's less than 2 hours, isn't it?
Absolutely. You arrive there, and then you're going to go and embark onto the Celebrity Equinox.
Just before I forget, the main flights on this are based on Birmingham for change as well, aren't they?
Yes, that is quite unusual for the show, so absolutely return flights from Birmingham. But, of course, we could get flights from Manchester, Newcastle or Glasgow.
Yes.
Just please inquire whatever's best for you. So yes, then we embark onto the ship, and then on day 2 we will be sailing into Livorno. Now Livorno is interesting because it's like a gateway to either going to Florence or Pisa, depending on what you fancy. But I have to say, no question about it, Florence is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. It is just absolutely stunning. But then Pisa is absolutely incredible too.
I just had to do the tower.
And so it depends. And yeah, and the tower is not a wonder of the world, but it almost is.
Honestly, I had to do it.
Yeah. You see, I've been to Pisa so many times because my mum lives there. Well, very nearby. She lives near Lucca, actually, which is another beautiful place you could go and visit while you're there. I went there. Yeah, like the walled city. Absolutely stunning. So you can take your pick here, Florence or Pisa. Both really good options, of course, with so much to see. And then on day 3, we're sailing to Nice, which is, of course, on the French Riviera, on the Côte d'Azur. Amazing, because you've got the old town, the fabulous shops and the stylish people that that live there. You just want to people watch, basically. And the French Riviera, you know, is 80 miles along the Mediterranean coast. And, you know, you've got Cap d'Antibes and Saint-Tropez and all these places really, really nearby. So depending on what you want to do and see, you can work it out. But you might want to go to even old Monaco. You'd have time to be able to do that in a day, definitely. Where, of course, Grace Kelly was a fairy tale princess. You could go and visit the old town, which I've already mentioned, or Cannes. All these amazing beaches. I'll tell you this for nothing, a drink might set you back a little bit, so make sure maybe you have your drinks on board the ship.
And you'll get free drinks if you go for an ocean view, don't forget as well.
But you know, it's all part of the French Riviera. It's all very glamorous. But you know, you've got your incredible little cafes as well. It's like the playground of the rich and famous. It's a very glamorous cruise, this one. Then day 4, we're off to Corsica. Now, this is great. The port there, Ajaccio, is really easily explored on foot, which is always a good thing, isn't it? So you can just get off and make the most of the time that you've got. Crammed with good restaurants, really well stocked, like lovely shops, a very pretty harbour as well. And then, of course, you've got things like the Napoleon Museum to go and visit. You've got Napoleon's house as well. So if you're a keen sailor, you may be interested in all that maritime history that Corsica is so famous for. And then on day 6, we're going to Palma in Mallorca, which I just absolutely adore.
We're overnight on board as well, aren't we?
You've got an overnight on board. Fabulous. Because Palma, if you've never been, is beautiful, actually. It really is. As you sail in, you'll see the huge cathedral, no doubt. And it's a really lovely port. And Palma, again, you've got all these winding streets. You've got big churches. You've got beaches, of course. Old castles, a lot of history to explore, a lot of good shopping, a lot of wonderful places to eat. But for some worshippers, you know, the beaches are close by, the water is wonderfully clear. It really is a beautiful place. I've been a few times and I adore it. It's gorgeous.
And then your final port is actually Barcelona, where you disembark and you're flown, of course, back to the UK.
That's right.
I cannot emphasise enough just how good this offer is. Maybe you've had your eye on it. Maybe you couldn't afford the best part of £1,500. Tonight, if you book with Planet Cruise, you can get on this ship, 5-star modern luxury, for £839, and you only need to pay a deposit of £150 tonight as well. And bear in mind, the 27th of June, that's when the prices, they really start to hike,
well,
isn't
it's
it?
rather nice as well, because it's before the school holiday. So if you're not tied to having to go on holiday in the school holidays, you've still got that slightly quieter and a little less dear than it will get within a few weeks of that. So it's a nice time to go.
Now, let's just remind you of, first of all, what's included. Now, if you go for an ocean view, and you can have that for just over £200 more, it's really worth doing that. If you want to get the best in terms of drinks, and that's your soft drinks, your specialty coffees, your spirits, your fine wines, they're all included in that free classics drinks package, and free tips as well. So my advice is go for the ocean view tonight, because it's only about £210 more on that lead date. You've got return flights from Birmingham, flights also better from Manchester, Newcastle, or Glasgow, and a huge saving of £670 off the brochure price. I quickly mentioned the drinks package. Here it is then. So that's all of your specialty teas, coffees, sodas, juices, bottled water, non-alcoholic cocktails, smoothies, selected beers, wines. A wide selection available. So really worth going for, of course, the Ocean View. And that Ocean View, by the way, for the 27th of June is just £1,049, about £210 more. Well worth it for your drinks and your tips, of course, as well.